Rudolph and the Magical Snowflake. It was a sparkling winter night at the North Pole, and Rudolph was playing in the snow when a twinkling light caught his eye. Floating down from the sky was the most beautiful, shimmering snowflake he'd ever seen. As it landed on his nose, it glowed brightly and filled him with warmth. "Wow! A magical snowflake!" Rudolph gasped. Suddenly his nose glowed brighter than ever, lighting up the entire North Pole village. An elf named Tinker ran over, eyes wide. "Rudolph, that's the legendary wish snowflake. They say it grants a wish to whoever finds it." Rudolph thought for a moment. I wish I could go on the greatest adventure ever." The snowflake sparkled even brighter, and in an instant, Rudolph was whisked high into the sky, zooming over snowy mountains and icy rivers faster than he'd ever flown before. Suddenly, he landed in a forest filled with talking animals. A fox named Flick greeted him with a grin. "Welcome, Rudolph. We need your help. The Snow Queen's scepter has been stolen, and without it, winter will end early. Only someone with a magical nose can find it." "Count me in," Rudolph said, ready for action. Flick led him through twisting trees and snowy paths until they reached the frost caves, where the scepter was hidden. But guarding it was the biggest, sleepiest snow monster Rudolph had ever seen, snoring loudly at the entrance. "Shh," whispered Flick. "We have to sneak past him." Rudolph tiptoed forward, his nose dimmed so as not to wake the beast. But just as they reached the scepter, Rudolph stumbled, and his nose blinked on, bright red. The monster's eyes snapped open and it let out a huge roar. "Run!" Flick shouted. Rudolph grabbed the scepter and they bolted from the cave with the snow monster stomping after them. As they neared the forest, Rudolph had an idea. He flashed his nose in blinking patterns, making the monster dizzy and confused. With one last burst of speed, they escaped into the forest. Back at the Snow Queen's palace, Rudolph returned the scepter, and the grateful queen used her magic to send him back to the North Pole. Rudolph landed safely, grinning from ear to ear. "Best adventure ever," he laughed. The magical snowflake faded, but Rudolph knew he'd remember that thrilling night forever. If you enjoyed this tale and want to hear more stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. There's plenty more where this came from, and I'd love to share these adventures with you. Thanks for watching.